What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebek today, ZBCN. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. I've had a couple people request this. It's only been 12 hours, damn it. Hold your horses. No, it's okay. It's probably actually been a little bit more than 12 hours. I don't blame you. No, we'll talk about it now. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let's get into it, okay? It's the 28th day of June. We have 5 hours, 57 minutes left in the day here. Sitting at about $0.0036 as it stands. Down 4% on the day. Patience, my friends. Patience is what I will ask of you, right? I do still believe, and I have not changed my opinion on this, that we are going down to 0029. Yes, it's been a boring day. Yes, we haven't made our move down. It's been boring. It's been testing you. Stuff like this, you guys, people think, and maybe even logically so, but it's when applied in reality, it's actually not what happens. Logically, you would think that the worst thing that could happen is that the price dumps. That would scare or shake out investors or make you make the worst decision possible, right? That would be terrible. But no, that's not the case. The worst thing for investors and traders, or maybe not traders, but for investors, people who are waiting for the price to go up, is to do this slowly, boring, shaking out, moving up and down all along the way, doing stuff like this. This is the worst because it makes you impatient. Okay, it's going down now. What? Oh, it's going up now. Oh, it's going down finally. Oh, no, it's going up, I guess. Okay, now is the time it's going down. Nope, I guess not. When's it going to happen? Okay, this is it. Nope, it's just, it keeps you on the edge of your seat, making you think that it's going to happen. But in the reality, guys, this is the best kind of stuff that could happen because you have people that FOMO in. You have people taking profits, right? People who, whenever you have moments like this where you have eligible profit-taking moments and you have people who have been in ZBCN long, right? If they're taking profits here, when the prices go lower, they're just going to take that added cash and buy back in. You're setting yourself up for the strong hands, the people with conviction, to really step in and suck up that supply to guide this thing higher, right? You're getting rid of all the tourists, all the people who are here for the short-term pumps. They buy, they FOMO the tops, they sell the bottoms, whatever. They hate this thing because of it, and they leave. And guess what? They're going to come back whenever it rips. I should have never sold. They'll come back, right? Especially whenever you see new all-time highs. But you're setting yourself up for a very promising foundation of strong-handed, diamond-handed buyers to suck up the supply and push this thing higher in time. So yes, it's boring. Boring is kind of the worst thing that could happen for investors, right? It's terrible when the price is boring. It shakes more people out than if we just dropped hard. I would bet that this drop, there were less people selling than this whole time moving sideways like this. I bet, and obviously there's more time, so there's more time to sell here, but I would bet you had a dramatically, for the time, like per capita, per time, I bet you had less people selling here than you did throughout here, right? This kind of stuff is what really shakes people out. But we've got lower to go. Absolutely, we do. Looking at the 4-hour time frame here on the RSI, we've gotten more oversold, rejected the overbought zone, rejecting the oversold zone, which is nice, but we're not getting above the 50. We're living predominantly below the 50, right? If I put a line here and you just encapsulate what's going on with these readings below the 50, it outweighs the above the 50 readings. It's not even a competition, man. By far, it's dominant. So bearish circumstances indeed. We have a higher low here, though. C-Zar, you didn't see that. Isn't that good? No, it's. I mean, it's all right, but no, it's not a big deal. Really, it's actually not that big of a deal at all. I don't think that means anything. It was a nice bounce. It was a nice bounce, but it didn't promote anything, right? Just like all these bounces haven't promoted anything. It's nice. It might have caused some people to FOMO. Let's look at this with Bybit here real quick. Something with some volume in it. The volume's been very telling for ZBCN, you guys. The Bybit volume has been extremely telling. It's been very, very helpful. Whenever you move up and your volume starts to die off, boom, we're selling off. We're moving up here, and that's nice, but then you're getting volume, and you're not going anywhere. That means you're probably going to come down. You try it again, no volume, boom, you're going to sell off, right? You're selling down with volume, right? That's just kind of how it happens. Here we are, moving up without any volume. That should have told you all you need to know, that bounce really wasn't that significant at all. And then the wicks to the upside as well. If we look at this from a relative low, right there, low to high, low to, come on, there's the high. Low to high, we're likely going, especially with this reaction, man, 786 to the 382. Pretty typical behavior. If you are to go below the golden ratio on the first attempt, you actually do pull back to this undefined resistance. The fact that you're back below the golden ratio makes me think we will see a lower low than this low, and that target area would be 2.9 cents to 2.6 cents. Or I'm sorry, eventually you'll get there. $0.0029 to $0.0026, not 2 cents. A decimal back, actually, right? Or ahead. Whatever. Add a zero. This is the... And it's only because I hate ZBCN. It's only because I absolutely hate Zebek. It's my least favorite crypto, and I want to see it die that as time goes on, I keep thinking that the target actually might be a little bit lower. That's not true. I like Zebek. I like the Zebekians. I even like the shitheads who theorize that the only reason I've said that the price is going to go down is because I hate it. Yeah, TA had nothing to do with it, did it? Absolutely not. Here we are, though, huh? I just hated this thing to the downside. It was my hate that drove it down, not the technical analysis. That makes so much more sense, doesn't it? No, it's freaking crazy. I hope anybody watching this right now who was saying that nonsense up here, I hope that you remember that for next time, that you were the one that was emotional. I wasn't. I don't care. I was literally saying I hope I'm wrong. You were saying that you were hoping I was wrong, right? Like you were emotionally driven. I wasn't emotionally driven by this, right? I don't care. There's plenty of projects that go up or go down with or without me, and even if I feel emotion, I try to put that aside. I'm not perfect, but I try to put that aside whenever I'm doing TA, right? Remember that for next time. The strong emotions you felt. I was getting all these dumb comments, and no offense, you're not dumb people for saying this stuff. It's kind of like I was in a coal mine and there were a bunch of parakeets tweeting the same thing. TA doesn't apply to this. You guys, I've been in this space since 2015. Do you know how many times I've seen a coin rip and do phenomenal in a short amount of time, and then at the top, everyone says, TA doesn't apply to this? It doesn't matter. TA doesn't apply to this. It just goes up. The fundamentals outweigh TA. They said the same thing with Caspa when I called for the all-time high last year, and I said that Caspa would be the biggest dud of this cycle, and it would trap a lot of bag holders. They said the same thing then. TA doesn't apply. They said the same thing about ICP. They said the same thing about all these various coins that have been duds, that have not made people money on average, that have lost people's money, or if you're even making money, you're underperforming the average coin, right? TA doesn't outweigh fundamentals. Fundamentals do outweigh TA, but fundamentals only get you so far. And when you grow in a short amount of time, the reality of the matter is, psychologically speaking, you have a lot of people who are in profit-taking positions that will take profits. And if you've bought the high, you're emotionally charged because you bought the high. Already buying the high tells me that you made an emotionally backed decision, right? Selling the low tells me you made an emotionally backed decision. Remember that for next time. I'm not trying to dog on you. I'm not trying to hate on you. I'm just saying all the people, if you're watching this and you're one of those people who had your theories about why I hated ZBCN or why it won't go down, TA doesn't matter for this, think about it. Were you emotional? Were you emotional? If you're being honest with yourself, you were emotional. You know you were. Temper your emotions next time. It'll help you. It's okay. You're a human being. You're gonna feel emotions. You're not a stone. You're gonna feel emotions, but don't make emotionally backed financial decisions. It sounds so simple when you hear it out loud, when you actually consider it. Don't make emotionally backed financial decisions. You have a person who's investing in a stock. You have another person who's investing in a stock. One of them is rock solid, right? They're hard as a freaking rock. They're so hard. They got emotions, but they conceal them, man. You got another person who's like paper in the wind, and they just go with their emotions. Who's going to make it? They're investing in the same stock. I guarantee you this person gets cleaned out. This person is the one doing the cleaning. Right, the diamond hands that hold through their emotions. They have conviction and they just buy more. Right, there's nothing wrong with having emotions. There is everything wrong with making financial decisions backed in emotions. Okay, getting ahead of ourselves. I'm going through because this all got sparked from me about what I was about to say. Is that I think we actually might go below 0029. I'm still sticking with it. 0029 has been the call for a long time, but I wouldn't be surprised if we went as low as like 0026 or 0028, 0027, something like that. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe we wick down here and then we close right at 0029, but something in this area, you guys, the 1272 to the 1618, this primary target zone of our most relative fib, that's what I think is going to happen. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button, subscribe. Sorry that the energy got so high, but at the same time, I feel like sometimes I got to be like, just listen. You don't have to listen to me. Listen to yourself, right? Remember, put yourself back in the state of being that you were back here whenever you were just making up things to justify your rationality, which wasn't rational at all. Remember that next time so that when you're in that kind of position, you might actually think twice about how convicted you are and the fact that, oh, it doesn't have to go down. TA doesn't matter. This thing's just unstoppable. Of course it's going to move up in a straight line. The fundamentals say so. You guys, Bitcoin's fundamentals outweigh this thing's. It doesn't move up in a straight line. You know what I mean? Like it's poppycock. It's silly stuff. Don't be silly. Learn from it, and you won't be silly next time, or at least a little bit less silly, or capping the silly. Silly. Hit the like button, subscribe. I love you all. Bye-bye.